The bodies of 2 people are found in a Floyd County house fire, and Kentucky launches a new way to store your driver's license in your phone. I'm Nick Collum, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. Police are investigating after the bodies of 2 people were found inside the remains of a Floyd County house fire on Monday. Robin brings us the details that have been released so far.
Shortly before 11 a.m. on Monday, January 5th, Mountaintop News received notice of a house fire on Henpen Branch at Melvin in Floyd County. Rumors were declaring 1, possibly 2 people deceased. Omari Hall, deputy coroner with the Floyd County Coroner's Office, confirmed in a phone interview that 2 people were pronounced dead on location at 1:05 p.m. Monday, and while it is assumed they were the residents, positive identification is pending. A press release issued by the Kentucky State Police this afternoon stated that the cause of the fire and death of the individuals is under investigation. Updates will be posted as we receive them. Reporting from Mountaintop News, I'm Robin Tillman.
Kentuckians now have the option to carry a digital version of their driver's license or state ID on their phones. Governor Andy Beshear announced the launch of Kentucky Mobile ID, a secure, voluntary digital ID that can be used at TSA security checkpoints at more than 250 airports, including major airports in Kentucky. The app shares only the information needed to verify identity and is protected by a phone's PIN, fingerprint, or facial recognition. State officials stress the mobile ID does not replace a physical driver's license or ID, which still must be carried and is required during traffic stops. Kentucky Mobile ID can be downloaded by anyone with a state driver's license or ID card. It's verified through records at the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and updates automatically if a user upgrades to a real ID. Kentucky joins 18 other states and Puerto Rico offering the Mobile ID app. More information is available at drive.ky.gov/mobile-ID. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at what the Pikeville Police Department accomplished in 2025. That's coming up when the Mountaintop Daily continues, but first, sports and weather.
With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford. Scores from high school basketball on Saturday. It was Johnson Central over Rockcastle County, 70-69. Letcher County Central over Breathitt County, 63-45. Pikeville over Eastridge, 89-58. Shelby Valley over Phelps, 71-61. In girls action, it was Knott Central over Belfry, 58-39. Pikeville over Eastridge, 74-23. And Shelby Valley over Phelps, 53-43. Sophomore forward Riley Salmon scored a career-high 28 points as UPike rolled past Truett McConnell University 103-61 on Saturday. The win improved UPike to 14-2 overall and a perfect 8-0 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference play. The Bears now have won 13 straight games. During the streak, UPike has outscored opponents 1,121 to 898, winning by an average of just over 17 points per game. It marked the Bears' first 100-point performance in more than a year. Their last came in a 130-70 win over Virginia Lynchburg on December 16, 2024. Salmons knocked down 7 of 10 shots from beyond the arc and finished 9 of 14 from the field. He had 3 free throws and 4 rebounds. His previous season high was 16 points, while his prior collegiate high was 20. The hot shooting night helped UPike postseason best numbers, shooting 60% from the field and 57% from three-point range. The Bears led 56-32 at halftime and outscored Truett McConnell 47-29 in the second half. In Huntington, the Marshall men's basketball team held off a late rally from Appalachian State to earn an 88-81 Sun Belt Conference win on Saturday at the Cam Henderson Center. Marshall led 44-32 at the half and stretched the margin to 15 early in the second half before App State made the push late. Jalen Spear led the herd with 21 points and 7 assists, including a key jumper with just over a minute remaining. For more sports coverage, follow Mountaintop Sports on Facebook or visit mountaintop.news and click on the Sports tab. With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
Anytime the year changes, many often look back on the preceding 12 months to see how far they've come. That's no different for the Pikeville Police Department, which now has a report on their activities in 2025. I spoke with them to get the details. Pikeville Police Department had a busy 2025 indicated by their recently gathered statistics for traffic stops, citations, arrests, and more. When taking a look at those numbers, they use them as a reference to determine which areas they need to be more proactive in, serving all in the name of keeping the community safe. Public Information Officer Tyson Lockridge goes over the numbers with more details.
Numbers, to me personally, it allows us to reflect internally to the department about where we need to potentially position officers and put them in different areas and do certain things. So numbers are important to kind of reflect back over the year and see where we may have areas of improvement or something of that nature. In last year, we arrested 622 people. That number's pretty big, in my opinion. I think that any time that law enforcement invokes their power to take someone's rights away and put them into jail, I think that that's a big deal. So those numbers, I think that that's where it shows that our officers are out and about and trying to keep the community safe. Some of those are warrants, so it doesn't necessarily mean that a new case has been created, but that's, people that have already done something to where a judge has said that they need to be incarcerated for it. So therefore, we are also taking people to account for things that they've done in the past.
In 2025, there was a large number of service calls for the department, exceeding 17,000 calls. Officers at the department do their best to stay vigilant and respond to any calls that come through.
The big total number that's kind of the big one is the overall calls for service that we've done for the entirety of the year. That is every time that somebody calls 911, our non-emergency line. That is every time that an officer is going out and acting in some capacity of law enforcement action, whether that's proactive or a call for service, 17,036 calls for the entire year. And that's a really big number because the number of people that we have on the streets versus that's a lot of calls that they're taking every day. So, a big number in that is the proactivity nature of it. And we just want people to know within the community that we are out. We are looking for people to hold accountable for the actions that they're taking if they're being unlawful. Sometimes it's just a minor traffic offense, but for the most part, our officers are out every day trying to keep this community safe.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Nick Collum for Mountaintop News.